You should consider collecting this game now, Pikmin 3. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting, bringing you my second entry into my series called Collect This Now. In this series, I'm discussing video games that I believe you should try and get your hands on as soon as possible because the prices are starting to skyrocket online and you really don't want to miss out on the opportunity and have to pay a lot of money later on or down the road. This game, Pikmin 3, came out in 2013, it's made on the Wii U, and I'm here to give you 5 reasons why you should try and collect this as soon as you can. Reason number 1. For some reason, it's sold out in stores already. You might be lucky, and you might be able to go into your local store, and you might be able to find the copy of the game for still about $50 brand new. However, everywhere in my local area, this game is sold out. I can't find it anywhere, and allegedly, Nintendo stopped production or print of these games. They might bring it back as a greatest hits at some point, like they did with previous consoles. However, you never know. So right now, this game is actually selling for $80 new online, and usually over $60 if it's used. Which means if you can find it for $50 or $60, as long as you have it, and even if you open it, you're already making money on your collection, which is absolutely insane. And I'm not just about making money with my collection, but you do, of course, want to see the value increase. So what I did a long time ago, actually, I think this was last year, maybe 8 months ago, Target had a sale before it was closing. Now it's closing in Canada. But Target had a great sale, and I think I bought this for like $20, $15 or $20. Insanely good price. I've kept this one sealed. A lot of collectors do buy 2 copies of the game, one to play and one to keep sealed, and this really does increase the value of your collection. And hey, it's a great trading piece later on down the road. So number 1, it's sold out and the value is skyrocketing online. Reason number 2, though, this is actually an exceptionally good game made by Nintendo. I think it has a current Metacritic score around 88% to 90%, depending on the different websites that you look at. That is a very solid A game, and it's definitely a real-time strategy game that a lot of people would enjoy playing because it does have that heart and charm from Nintendo. Just not a lot of people have played the series before. So it's an absolutely great game. I do recommend you try out if you've never played this before. And yes, it is available on the eShop, but a lot of collectors do want the physical copy to actually hold in their hands. But play the game regardless, whether you can find it online or actually find it in person. Reason number 3. If you've never played the Pikmin series before, it's absolutely fantastic. So the original Pikmin games on the Nintendo GameCube are very highly desirable and collectible, and they are to this day. Pikmin 2, the open copy of the game, is probably going for over $50 now online. It's really hard to find, and a lot of people didn't pick it up when it originally came out, just like Pikmin 3. So these games are desirable. I think the trilogy will be very desirable to a lot of people in the future as well. And you may also want to try and consider getting those ones on the Wii, because they were remade on the Wii. I think Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 were remade on the Wii console. But the entire series is desirable, so I think Pikmin 3 will be as well in the future. Reason number 4. This game clearly didn't sell that well because it was sold when the Wii U was really not doing that well. I don't think Mario Kart 8 was out yet, and Super Smash Bros. For Wii U was not out yet. A lot of people didn't have the Wii U yet, and this game just didn't sell great, so I'm not sure if Nintendo's going to bring it back. Of course, I did mention that they might bring it back as a select or some sort of a greatest hits, but you never know. So the game didn't sell that well. There's not that many copies out there because it was sold when the Wii U was performing poorly, probably, and the game isn't really rare because there's probably almost 1 million copies sold, but it is going to be desirable, and it was sold when the Wii U wasn't doing all that well. Reason number 5. This game, if you didn't know, in this entire series, was actually made by Miyamoto himself. He created this series, and almost everything he touches turns to gold, and becomes a collector item in a lot of people's eyes. Once Miyamoto is retired, and that does have to happen within the next 10 to 15 years, if not sooner, a lot of the games that he produced are probably going to skyrocket in price. This is one of his lesser-known series. I mean, a lot of people do know it's Miyamoto. However, not a lot of people actually collect this, so I think in the future it's going to be highly desirable, and a lot of collectors are going to try and get their hands on it. So if you're out and about and you can actually see this game being sold, or if you can check on Kijiji or Craigslist or in your local classified ads, if you can make trades to try and get this game if you don't have it already, I would highly recommend you try and pick this up. My suggested price of picking this up as a collector would be about $40 or less. I think if you can get it at that price, you're doing really, really well for yourself. Otherwise, you're going to go to eBay or Amazon and pay like $70 or $80, which is just absolutely crazy high expensive. What do you think of Pikmin 3? Do you think it's worth the pickup? And do you think you'll be able to find it in your area if you don't own it already? Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to fill that like bucket. Follow me on all the social media links in the description below the video. And remember, as always, go collect them all and keep smiling while gaming.